Welcome to a new Smart Money video. Today we will look at a few ideas on how ChatGPT can help you in your business. We will go through practical examples and use cases on how this tool can actually help you get something productive done. Just like any tool, it is really useful if we use it properly. However, if we misuse it, then we are sure to end up with some trouble. Now, what is the warning? What is the caution with ChatGPT? Facts. It struggles to get all the information right all the time. Well, it's a pretty big ask. We can't remember all the things all the time. We sometimes confuse facts. So does this particular piece of artificial intelligence. Now, the way to mitigate that, in other words, to get around this problem, is that you include ChatGPT as a tool, one of the tools that you will use for these various exercises, but not the only tool that you're using for your business. You won't use ChatGPT to come up with your strategy, but you may use it as a tool when formulating your strategy. And so we're going to look at some examples today which will help you use ChatGPT as a tool for business, for increasing profitability, for getting a better return on your time. If you enjoy this sort of content, please do like the video and subscribe. And then if you have a use for ChatGPT that you would like me to explore and explain how to do it and how to do it better, just leave a comment below, and in part 2 I will address those particular things that people are wanting. Now, for the first example, we're going to use ChatGPT as an alternate search engine. So instead of just going to Google and typing something in, for example, time management, we're going to use ChatGPT, and in there we're going to ask it a question about time management and see how this can be helpful to us. A hint about using ChatGPT is that you want to include specifics of how you want it to answer you. So in our example of time management, we don't just say, tell me about time management, because then you will probably just get a summary of time management back. Rather, it is about saying, give me 3 things about time management, or give me a list of 5 areas that time management impacts. Now, ChatGPT is going to give you 5 things back, or 3 things back, not just a summary. So that's one quick tip on how to use its interface to get better and more elaborate results. Now, the question I asked it was, tell me 3 ways I can improve my time management. And it came back with the following answer. Simply put, it basically said prioritize and make a plan, eliminate distractions, and use technology. Well, that's not a bad answer, but it's not a great answer either. I think most of us probably know that distractions ruin our ability to get things done. We understand this already. So how can we get an even better answer from ChatGPT? What can we do to change the question in order to get a better answer? Well, we simply need to rephrase it around systems. And so this is what I asked it. What are the 3 popular systems of time management? Now, the answer that it came back with was very interesting. It said the Pomodoro technique. That's great. Now we start to see some systems and approaches that we can learn and apply, acquire skills for, or discipline towards in order to improve our time management. That's really helpful. So, Pomodoro technique, Eisenhower matrix, actually made a video on the channel on this, and Getting Things Done as well by David Allen. Also included in parts of my videos, because those are very helpful techniques. So well done ChatGPT, but also well done to us for not just accepting the first answer. Probing a little caused a better answer for us. Now, for use case number 2, we're going to look at how do we use ChatGPT in order to conduct desk research. Often in our jobs, we will be required to find out something, find out about something, learn something new, or gather facts and information about something. And in order to do this better, we can utilize ChatGPT up at the front of the process. And I'll tell you why at the front in a moment. Let's use the example of coffee and types of coffee for this desk research use case. So I want to know all the different types of coffee, and that's what I've been tasked with to find out. Now, I don't know much about coffee and I'm no expert on coffee, so I can't just write down a list. I have no natural knowledge of that. But if I come to ChatGPT first and I say, give me a list of all the types of coffee, this is what it gives me back. Now you see it says, here are some of the most popular types of coffee: espresso, americano, cappuccino, latte, mocha, and so on, which is really, really useful. But remember, we're doing desk research, so I don't just want a list and then I have to trust that what it said is correct. I want a list, and then I also want the sources that it used to get that list, so I can go and read it, cross-check the information. So that's why we use ChatGPT first, because we can now ask it, what are the sources for this information? So I did that, but the answer was not really that great. As you can see, it was quite generic. So again, we don't just stop. It's a huge information source. We probe it a little further. And so I essentially asked it, what are the websites used for this information? Now we can see that it expands out its answer, and it actually lists some very interesting sources that I can go and look at. The coffee industry websites such as National Coffee Association, Specialty Coffee Association, barista training websites, coffee blogs such as Coffee Geek, Barista, homebarista.com, the Reddit thread on coffee. Now I've got places to look. I've got places to dig and find and understand. So not only do I have a starting list of the different types of coffee, I also have a list of sources which will no doubt help me stumble upon more sources and do a complete desk research job. So hopefully that example is helpful. We're now going to look at case number 3, which is around message and content creation. This is something which ChatGPT does very well, and it creates the content, but you need to help it along in setting the context. What do I mean by that? Let me illustrate through an example. I own an innovation company and I need some copy for my website. Now, what I'm going to do is set the context, and then I'm going to ask the question of ChatGPT. So how do I set the context? I tell it, I own an innovation company. We use data to create new products for clients. We have 20 years experience. We have helped many different companies, including large multinationals, enabled hundreds of millions in revenue. So that's the context. Now I tell it, write a website introduction for my company. Let's take a look at what it came back with. Welcome to company name. A leading innovation company with 20 years experience in using data to drive product development. Very good. I think that's a nice statement. We can use that. We don't have to use it exactly as ChatGPT has said it. We can alter it a little bit, but I like that idea. Our expert team of professionals has a proven track record of helping clients, including large multinationals, unlock their full potential and generate significant revenue. I like that. Our commitment to staying ahead of the latest trends and technologies ensure that our clients receive cutting-edge solutions tailored to their specific needs. Okay? Let us help you turn your data into innovative products and drive your business to new heights. Wow, that's wonderful. Now, this is what I love about ChatGPT. It essentially has analyzed the format and structure of many different websites. And in its algorithm, it's told to predict what comes next. Many of these website introductions end up with a call to action. So that's what it's going to put in, even though I didn't ask it for one. I just asked for an introduction. But it puts one in, which is very interesting. Contact us today to learn more. We can see that today, by using ChatGPT as an assistant or a tool, or even a search engine 2.0, we can get some common tasks done quicker and perhaps even better than if we didn't utilize it at all. I hope you enjoyed this intro to how ChatGPT can help your business, and I look forward to sharing part 2 with you.